1. Yeah, June done, July has begun. Yeah, and it means that we are now exactly halfway through 2025. Yes, so all your New Year resolutions and your plans, now is a good time to check and tick off what you have accomplished and make a plan now for all those you have not. Yeah? Time to do a review. Well, this morning we are standing by for what is being billed as a major media briefing by the Holness administration. A media briefing that will have the Minister of Energy, the Minister of Science, Technology, and Minister of Telecommunications, Mr. Daryl Vaz, addressing the briefing. And we don't know what it is, but we're told that it's a significant briefing with, we are told, things of national importance to be announced this morning. It says Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport Media Conference with address by the Minister, Daryl Vaz. I see here the Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Favour Williams, is also expected to address the media briefing. So too the Minister of Education, Skill, Youth and Information, Dana Morris-Dixon. Yeah. So the government, I understand, has bought time on several media platforms for whatever they will be announcing. Must be of major significance for that. So we are on standby. Yes, it should have started at 10, but it's now 5 minutes after 10. Yeah. And I hope they get started soon, because that would play havoc with our schedule here. Yeah. The other issue, of course, is what's happening on the political scene. Yes, the political scene. I see where Mr. Warmington, the controversial Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Catherine, has apologized for his comments, remarks made on the platform on Sunday in central Westmoreland, where he used expletives more than once. He dropped the F-bomb about 3 times in his address to the labor rights gathered in central Westmoreland, the constituency of George Wright. And we played it for you yesterday. Don't want to keep on playing because of the violence of the language and how offensive they were. But I gather it was communicated to him in no uncertain manner that it was unacceptable, it was embarrassing to the party. I hear members of the top leadership of the party told him he had to fix it. Yeah. So we got that apology from Mr. Warmington yesterday. And for those who were seeking yesterday, I think Papa Nana called me with it, about it, the comments being made at a private JLP meeting. Nothing of the sort. It wasn't private. Yeah? And Mr. Warmington must be made to understand that there are standards of behavior for those who occupy public offices that he needs to stop trampling on. Yes? The other news from the political scene this morning, also coming out of Westmoreland on Sunday, the PNP had a divisional conference in Westmoreland, the Froome division, and their candidate for Southwest St. Elizabeth, Dr. Miranda Wellington, addressed that conference. And she made news as well. And you're going to hear what Dr. Wellington said. Yeah? She criticized the current Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green, who she's up against, over his leadership of the constituency. She also attacked him for failing to deliver for farmers in St. Elizabeth. Yes? But she also introduced a word on the platform which I think jolted a lot of people. But first, here's what she said about Floyd Green, who she described as Fenke Fenke.
Farmers are out of work. Nobody can produce. You can't buy fertilizer. You can't buy seed. You can't buy water. So how you gonna farm?
If I war, the war make it stop. If somebody not dead for me.
Comrades, tonight you have to understand the mission with an agriculture minister that understand agriculture. Not a little fenke man we are pose in a bar and dance. He understands agriculture and knows that we need an agriculture development fund. That fund will secure certain necessities to ensure that you can ease some of the burden for the agricultural sector.
Citing her own experiences as a resident of the parish of St. Elizabeth with a problem of lack of water, Dr. Wellington says she understands what the people are facing.
The hardest thing I've had to experience in my life is this morning I woke up, I had to go to a pipe to fill a bucket to bathe my own skin in my constituency. And I know and feel what the people are going through because the people don't have no water. And I'm telling you today, Southwest will be changing for the People's National Party. So understand what the people have been going through, and each of us have been trained and organizing in our various constituencies. This is not going to be an easy victory, but I want you to know that we're prepared for war. And if a war, a war!
March, we are march, march, march.
I want you to know, but we're prepared. We are prepared for war. So if a war on a want, then it will be war. Now, why do we need to go there? What is the case for going there? Yeah? And the politicians must be made to understand that, listen up, you don't need to get inflammatory. You don't need to use language that is going to inflame passions. It's already going to be a hotly contested election. We don't need that kind of language here, Dr. Wellington. We don't need that kind of language. And the people who choose the music, yeah, They have a role to play in all of this too. We don't need that. Yeah? And I'm talking to both sides now. Yeah? It is a very sensitive period for the country. And we must be mindful that we have a larger, higher duty to keep it peaceful. The debate must be vigorous. The verbal tussles, yeah, can be vigorous, effective, without inciting or invoking words that can lead to physical action. This country has had a very, very sordid history of the politics descending into violence. Don't need to remind you all of that. And people like Dr. Wellington, Everett Warmington, yes? Listen, don't inflame passions. Dr. Wellington, get your constituency organized. Yeah? But you don't need to introduce element of war. Who them going to war with? The same people in front down at St. Elizabeth? Their neighbors? Come on, man. Time for the break.